everyone, and welcome to the Cyberbase Design Contest ending thing. These are the standings for that contest I launched like a couple weeks ago. Now, first of all, I just want to say sorry for all those delays and stuff like that. Like, we didn't have enough participants, and then like I had to delay it 2 more days because of like school started, so junk like that. But we're here, and we're gonna be ranking today's, and it's gonna be pretty cool. So I just want to say, if you didn't make it onto the standings, or if you made it too late or something like that, sorry. I don't know, but I don't know, maybe guys, maybe you can tell me if you want maybe another one some other time. Comment below, I guess, if you want to see that. But yeah, let's get into the top 3. So at our number 3rd spot, this was a great idea. Anyway, this is Crusher Burst's Millennium Fafnir 6 Wave, and it is definitely a very interesting iteration of Fafnir, and could be good, you never know. But yeah, starting off with the chip, it is nothing too crazy, but the chips aren't really anything that crazy in this system. But it is very rare to see a turn system chip that doesn't have a circle in the middle. So yeah, I guess that you can take that as you will. The Millennium Ring, it's definitely gonna be a good spin stealer. It's round, it has rubber, it has all that junk, and it'll definitely spin steal pretty well. It's probably not gonna be all that great in same spin, but for opposite spin, yeah, sure. 6 disc. It's not a very good disc, but for Fafnir, you can get away with it. Like, it kind of matches 8, not 8 dash, with the kind of little prong with the contact point designs, I guess. And then finally, we have the Wave Driver, which is a very odd part choice for this Fafnir. I feel like you could have like altered it a bit and made it like Rise or something, but yeah, I guess that's fine. Wave is, like, in real life, an alright driver, so this probably performs alright. But yeah, my only gripe with it is that actually the driver is a bit too aggressive for stamina type. Because it's a flat, so it's going to be pretty aggressive. But overall, the rest of the bay, it works, yeah. So I think it definitely deserves the number 3 spot in the contest. Alright, so anyway, moving on to the number 2 spot, we have the Ultra Bladers Taker Octron 5 Glaive Tumble, which is yet another spin stealer. The next one is not a spin stealer, I swear. Although it could potentially be used as one, but you know, I don't want to spoil anything anyway. But this thing is actually really cool. I really think this thing has some cool potential to it. So the chip, again, nothing too crazy, although there is one thing that I'd like to note here, is that the chip is slightly altered. So if you look at the back view, you can see that instead of having the 2x2 jumper in the center and then tiles filling out the rest of the space, it's these 2 studs at the sides and then just a flat 2x4. It's close enough, so I guess I'll allow it. Not like it's going against too many rules here, but yeah, you can definitely tell what it's supposed to be, so yeah, we'll allow it. Then the Layer Base Taker, and I like this one. So it has some rubber, it can spin steal. It's a spin stealer, you know what's going on here. But the rubber pieces, okay, there's an interesting story about that. So I was originally going to put those onto Scythe Reaper because, well, for either rubber attack or for spin steal, which you're probably thinking, oh, but it's an attack type, it can't spin steal. Medio El Drago. Anyway, so yeah, it's probably pretty good. My only gripe is that behind the rubber, there's these flat bits, which might have a lot of recoil. and it is supported by a 1x4, which I don't know why, but it's there. But you have that. The Disc 5 Glaive, I actually really do like this disc and frame choice. I just think it works pretty well with the rest of the combo, I feel. I don't know, something like that. And then finally, the Tumble driver. It's a Hypersphere driver. It's like very balanced, I'd say. It has good attack power as well. Has good life after death. And okay stamina, I'd say. And it's definitely more of a defense driver because it's much more roundish. But it'll definitely work. It's like non-free spin bearing. This thing, the little stadium like actual base, like that makes contact with the stadium. You've seen it before, and it does work pretty effectively. But overall, I do think this combo is actually fairly good. It might perform pretty well. Again, only in opposite spin. In same spin, maybe, because it doesn't have as much rubber as Millennium Fafnir. But it probably won't be too good since the rubber, it's still there. But let's get on to the number 1 pick for the contest. Alright, so now it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The number 1 pick for this design contest. And the number 1 pick uses Megalovania as the background. Music. It is Rainbow Reaper LBB's Reverser Rattle Rock 3B Venture-F. Holy crap, that's a long name, but it is the first place pick for this contest because I just think it is pretty cool since it's one of the only new sparking system bays that we've got, and I just love the design. So he shows off a core. Now, the core isn't exactly in the new sparking system parts list, but it is technically a separate part. It's just kind of like some cores you just can't put on others. Like you can't put like the Lucifer like centerpiece onto the Ravage Ragnarok centerpiece, but not the Ravage centerpiece, excuse me, the layer itself, but it doesn't really matter. The main attraction is the layer, and the layer is really, really cool, especially design-wise. It definitely looks a lot like Belial. Now, in the description, he said it was a fusion of Valkyrie, Spriggan, and Belial. I just think it's like Spriggan and Belial. I don't see too much Valkyrie in it, but I do see a lot of Belial inspiration from this guy. And yeah, and the chassis definitely shows its familiarity with Spriggan. It is 3B, and it's very similar to 3D, which, if you guys don't know, that came on last was for which we really need to upgrade that thing. It's not really good. But if you guys know, basically, you can flip it around and you can turn it from free spin mode to non-free spin mode, and this has the same exact gimmick, except it has rubber, so that should definitely help affect the performance a little bit more than just a thing that's just kind of free spin and then it's stationary or whatever, something like that. I will say, it does have like these 1x4s, but I will excuse it this time because if they were not 1x4s, they probably would not make contact. So yeah, don't hate. And then we have the driver, which is Venture-F, which is a somewhat free spinny version of Venture. And it does actually have 4 different modes. It has left and right spin mode. It is dual spin, so that's pretty interesting. And it also, of course, has the locked mode and the free spin mode for the chassis. So it has quite a bit of stuff. It has quite a bit of stuff, which is such a small Beyblade. Like, seriously, I can imagine the size of this guy. It is very, very tiny. But yeah, I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we are done with the thing. So, congratulations to Rainbow Reaper LBB. You get, I guess, a shout out. Go check out his channel, I guess. And go check out Crusher Burst. Check out the Ultra Blader. Check out friggin' Diego LBB, because why not? He's cool. And oh yeah, right, I forgot. He was gonna join the contest and probably would have made it into the top 3, but he forgot to record the video, so that's very sad. F's in the comments for Diego, but it's fine. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you want. What was my outro like again?